Disbelief marked the faces of surviving Moonkin as Zazka explained his idea. A pact with a Brittlebone Elder? Resurrecting a fallen god? Disgrace, they roared. Madness! But was there any other choice? So it was that Akrog used the chieftain's word for the first time. The Moonkin would meet this strange Brittlebone in the Blackheart jungle for a peace talk. When they marched to the cradle 5 sundowns ago, the Moonkin had been bleeding. When they abandoned it to the hunters, the wound was wide open.
This is it. The Brittlebone stranger is nearby.
And Noog still think it is not wise to go alone. Take a few beaks, at least.
Akrog agreed to a peace talk.
And Brittlebones honor peace talks not. They say they will, then they stab each other in the back.
Maybe so. But this Brittlebone had 100 chances to crush Zazka, and he crushed him not. Also, if he is anywhere near as powerful a hexer as Zazka thinks, a few beaks will make no difference. Please, Akrog. If they break the first pact they struck with the stranger, he might choose not to help them after all. The tribe has been ravaged, and they cannot ruin this chance.
Zazka speaks true, chieftain. Trust must start somewhere.
Akrog still understands not what this stranger gets out of this. Why would a Brittlebone help the Moonkin?
Grungwar wonders the same thing.
Well, that is what they are here to find out. Zazka asked him the same question, though, and the stranger told him he stands to gain as much from this as the Moonkin.
100 Moonkin tusks.
Why told Zazka Akrog not earlier that he was meeting with a Brittlebone?
It is difficult. He wanted not to burden Akrog, not after what happened to his sire. Also, nothing was certain yet.
But my bad.
Well, it is not like Zazka lied, is it? He just told Akrog not. Look, he is sorry. But what was it Narjak used to say? If the stone is crushed, there is no putting it back together.
It is all right. Akrog understands.
Of course he does. They are trusted ones.
What thinks Nurbok of this?
Akrog cares.
Nurbok is the great warrior of the Moonkin. His thoughts matter.
Nurbok thinks the small tusk is right.
Wonders never cease.
Nurbok thinks not that it is wise to put the fate of the tribe into a Brittlebone's hands. But it is true if this stranger had wanted to kill the Moonkin, he could have done it when they were not expecting it. Also, Akrog has made up his mind, and the Moonkin are already here, so they might as well go through with it. Stop the club not in the middle of a swing.
It is chieftain now, Nurbok, not Akrog.
Sure, chieftain.
All right. Anuk, make camp here and bring in the others. If they are not back by sundown, flee and find somewhere safe. Akrog has spoken.
If only there is a safe place. But Anug understand.
Good then. Grungwar, Zazka, Little Blood, come. Time to find out what this stranger's wild plan is.
In that direction?
Big Blood? The hunters. They killed the Bonekin, no? Big Blood think they untusk sire?
They probably did, but it changes nothing. Magua took him into the Moonlit River when the devouring was complete.
Let him at them! Special brew coming right up.
Magua, help her servants.
Interesting. Probably.
He is going.
Head towards certain doom.
Smash them! Why must they play Stay down! I'm going to wait! Let Grungwa take a closer look.
No one go there?
Going now.
What this? Moving now. He go there.
Well, well. Look what the jungle brought to me.
That stranger? He find out. No one go look.
This looks interesting.
He find out.
So, you are the chieftain Zaska told me about. Curious.
He is Akrog Bone Crusher, chieftain of the Moonkin.
A pleasure to meet you, chieftain. I must say, I can't help but be impressed at your level of speech. Where I come from, people still believe trolls are all about grunting and roaring. But let's not beat around the bush, shall we? How much has Zaska told you about my proposal?
Akrog knows not the stranger's name yet.
That's true, and I would rather have it stay this way. Nothing personal, just precaution.
Fine. The stranger can keep his secrets.
Much obliged. So, tell me, how much has Zaska told you?
Magua has given many troll tribes the power to speak. Brittlebones just choose to ignore it.
That is the goddess you worship, isn't it? I see.
All that he knows. The stranger wants to bring a dead god back to life, and he needs the Moonkin's help to do it.
Imprisoned, not dead. But yes, that about sums it up. Let's start from the beginning. After the first battles between the dark and light races, which would lead to the War of the Six, many of trolls, dark elves, and orcs fled to Urgarth to recover.
The Moonkin know about the escape. That is how their ancestors came to Urgath. The last chieftain, he was one of them.
Narjak Firstborn. I'm aware. And this is not a history lesson. I'm telling you this because of the creature that led the escape.
Zarek's cub, the field dog. What has it to do with anything? It went back to Fiara after the escape, hundreds of years ago.
Yes, that's what most believe, even among the light races. The truth is, the Hibernian Empire sent a division of elite warrior priests after them. The Sacred Seal. They tracked down the field dog and locked it away deep inside a prison here on Urgarth. I believe that prison is on the other side of this swamp. And I also believe that while the priests of the Sacred Seal are long dead, the field dog is still there.
Hibernians. They are the Brittlebones on the land across the sea, no?
They used to be. The Hibernian Empire fell some time ago.
It fell? Oh, Grungwa knew not.
Well, how would you? The only things that travel between Urgarth and Fiara are fortune seekers and mercenaries, like the ones who hunt you.
This makes no sense. Zarek's cub, the field dog, it is a god. Nothing can harm it.
Demigod. And yes, it's true that a field dog can't be killed by conventional means. I'm assuming that's why the priests of the Sacred Seal imprisoned rather than killed it.
How knows the stranger all this, if no one else does?
Such a curious troll. How refreshing. First, I have access to records most other people do not. Second, for the past 5 years, I did little else but study these records.
If those Hibernians could trap Zarek's cub, why not kill it? They were lightlings, no?
It is true. Maybe they were not able to.
My thinking exactly. It would have been in their interest to kill the field dog, and I'm fairly certain that was their original mission. But something must have prevented them.
And the stranger wants to free Zarek's cub, hoping that will gain him and the Moonkin his favor. That is his idea, no?
That is correct. Zaska told me of your scourges, Chieftain. The Rot, the Hunters. There is no way you'll wrestle down those foes on your own, but with the help of a demigod, that would turn the tables.
What thinks Grungwar of this?
He thinks it is a bad idea. Even if this temple exists, and even if betting the last Moonkin warriors on this strange plan would not be madness, who is to say the cub would even help them if they break its shackles? Zarek has never cared for the trolls. He made them slaves, arrow fodder for the greenskins to toss at their enemies. For all they know, the cub would simply devour the whole tribe and leave.
Better to be eaten by a god than be untusked by a brittlebone. The stranger speaks true, Grungwar. They have no choice. Even if the hunters stop tracking them down, the Rot will still keep killing Moonkin cubs before they are even born. What will Grungwar do about that,
They have Noag. He has the Moonblood.
It will be many years before Noag can mate. And even if he were to sire 1,000 cubs, how would the tribe feed them while they were little? Please, Akrog. They have tried running. They have tried hiding, but it never worked. Just this once, let them do, and not be done to.
Fine. They will take a look at this temple, then they will decide what to do next. Akrog has spoken. The stranger says this temple is here in the jungle?
Yes, I can show you. There's just one thing we need to take care of first. The Chainers.
Those green-skinned slavers?
Yes. A small troll tribe lived here. And the Chainers rushed through the jungle a few days back and enslaved them. The main group is gone, but there are still a few troops left. And they have set up their cowl right in front of the temple. I know your ranks have been decimated, but you should be able to take them on, especially with the element of surprise. Finally, there's another matter we should take care of before we move into the temple.
One more thing. Why needs the stranger the Moonkin for this? If he is as powerful a hexer as Zaska says, could he not free the cub on his own?
A fair question. Suffice it to say that breaking into an ancient temple has its own unique challenges, where the muscle of your kind would come in quite handy.
That is all, then. The stranger needs someone to crush rocks for him.
Well, not quite. It's also about safety. That temple has stood abandoned for centuries, so it's bound to be crawling with all kinds of vermin and undead. I thought about hiring a mercenary corps, but they are expensive, attract a lot of attention, and will probably stab you in the back the moment they sniff a gain to be made. I know this probably isn't the answer you wanted to hear, but it's the truth.
Grungwar, what tribe could these trolls belong to?
Mudcrawlers or bog tusks, probably. They are the only ones who live this deep in the jungle.
Akrog never heard of those before. What are their bonds to the Moonkin?
Probably not enemies. They honor Magwa's law.
So how could they possibly be bad trolls?
Well, they should still be careful. So, these brittlebones in the temple, the sacred seal, the stranger said they died. What happened to them?
That's a mystery I'm hoping to solve once we're inside.
Whatever it was, Grungwar is sure the cub played a role in it.
What is this other matter?
Well, it's related to the creatures of this lovely jungle. Briefly put, some kind of disease seems to be making the rounds, and it makes creatures go mad, docile and predator alike.
Grungwar thinks they fought such a creature. Could it be a disease, perhaps?
If so, then it's no ordinary one. It also seems to spread. I've seen more and more animals like this. Considering you have a tribe to feed, you should probably put down those cursed animals whenever you see them. Otherwise...
They might corrupt the entire hunting grounds. The stranger speaks true. The Moonkin will take care of it. What about the stranger? Will he help the Moonkin fight?
I would, but something tells me I should save my strength for when we find the temple. I will do some scouting in the meantime. There are a couple of things out here I have yet to look into.
Fine, if you must. And one more thing. Akrog decided to trust the stranger. Make him not regret it.
Don't worry. I cannot guarantee any of this will work, but I will stay true to my word. Good luck now. We'll speak once you've dealt with the chainers.
And gone.
A teleport hex, like the hunters used.
It is true. Well then, let them take a look at this tribe camp to see what the Moonkin are up against. They will bring the others when it is safe. Akrog is ready.
Greenskins!
Zarek's fangs, there's more of them! Might be old, but his tusks are still sharp. They ran from Noah.
Akrog is listening.
What next?
Zazka is listening.
That was all of them. Come, let them look for survivors.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
On his way. Moving now.
Noah, go there. There!
Mud was over here! Help! Tusks! Crush the greenskins!
Noah ready! Can a troll not rest for a moment? It works better than it tastes.
This looks interesting.
Spike Master Ku be dead or chained now if not for stranger trolls. Ku and kin, think. The chainers are their enemies too. What tribe belong Ku and his kin to? Bog tusks. At least they was. Now, bog tusks all die. Or slaves of greenskins.
What about he? Name, tribe?
Moonkin. Chieftain Akrog Bone Crusher of the Moonkin.
Moonkin? A chieftain Narjak, a leader of Moonkin, no?
He floats in the moonlit river now. Akrog is the new chieftain.
Oh, Narjak was great chieftain. They say they fight chainers?
They are in the Moonkin's way.
Then bog tusks help Moonkin. chainers crush tribe and kill chieftain. They pay in blood. Chieftain Akrog agree?
The Moonkin can use all the help they can get. But should the Bog Tusks not go after the Chainer horde to free their kin?
Bog Tusk's not smart like Moonkin, but they not that stupid too. Look at them, all of them together, not even a pack. So how they supposed to crush Chainer horde? They have Wyvern, Wargs, Hexmakers.
Nick speaks true. If these Bog Tusks live through this fight, they will try and find way to free kin. But first, they kill all Chainers still here in jungle.
Wise strategy.
The Chainers. Are there still many of them in the jungle? Who knows?
Few only. Was big horde that attacked tribe camp. But now only pack here.
Just like the stranger said. Are they the only survivors? The Chainers killed or took everyone else.
Ku think it is true. Ku and kin out for hunt, and when come back, everything burn. Bog Tusks few. Now almost all gone.
Grungwar is sorry.
Then help kill Chainers.
All right. Seems like the Moonkin and the Bog Tusks want the same thing. Let them crush the Chainers together.
Good. There is problem, though. Akrog come back to tribe camp with Ku. Then he tell them more. All right. Chainer pack have tribe camp up jungle at Great Evil Ruin. Their bridge to go there, but Chainers burn bridge.
Maybe the Moonkin could mend it.
Could work. But then they need to make ground around bridge their own first. The Bog Tusks have some scrap in tribe camp, but that not enough to mend bridge. So they need gather more.
Zeramak scrappers can take care of that. The Bog Tusks know if there is scrap nearby.
Lots. Everywhere. Chieftain Akrog just tell his scrappers to dig anywhere, and they will find some.
All right.
Chieftain, is he all right?
What are they doing here? Akrog told them to stay at the camp.
And Nurbok told them to join him when they heard fighting. Who are these trolls?
Bog Tusks. The Chainers burnt down their tribe camp and enslaved their kin.
The small one speaks true. Chieftain Akrog say he helped to crush Chainer pack that's still here.
Another battle, then. Well, what must be, must be. It would be wise to let the Moonkin lay some of what they harvest aside.
Food?
Food, wood, stone, scrap, anything they can find. The Moonkin will need it for when they build a new home. Julog, bring in some beaks from the camp. Then join Crumb.
As Crumb says. And Noog and his eyes will scout too. He go back to camp and tell them.
All right. Be on the lookout for greenskins. Will Nurbok fight?
Of course he will. He also has an idea, though. What's the Bog Tusk's name? Spike Master Ku. Then come with Nurbok, Spike Master Ku. There is something they must talk about.
Ready for action. What now? More trouble? Sazka just remembered. As Grungwar still the Mugwa's tear, he plucked before the devouring?
It was Zaska who plucked it.
Same thing. Is it still alive? Or lost Grungwar during the attack on the cradle?
It is still alive, though the leaves are wilting. Grungwar wanted to speak about this to the chieftain, but after the battle...
Noak hope it live. Magua tears pretty. Is done. The building is done.
Can a troll not rest for a moment?
He is going. He not able to help him.
No orders? What next? He go there. And what do they call them? Ku says? Slings?
It is true. Put stone in sling and throw. Good throw can kill a boar.
Smart.
What is that?
Let Grungwar take a closer look.
So, the Moonkin are fighting again. This means Akrog struck a pact with that stranger then?
It is not a pact yet, trusted one. They will help the stranger find a temple. Then they will see.
And what is in this temple that will save the Moonkin?
Akrog will explain later. What spoke Nurbok and the Bog Tusk about? Slings.
It is true. See, Nurbok always wondered how the Bog Tusks survive. They as tiny as the small tusk, but they are still here. He knows now. They have weapons, slings, and throwing spikes, which they use to harm their enemies from the distance.
Nurbok thinks the Moonkin can make use of these.
Ku said his kin could show the Moonkin how to shape and use them, so they can wield them too. Nurbok said they can use the throwing camp to do it.
A wise idea.
He should have asked Akrog first, though.
Forgive him.
All right. Akrog will send a couple of smashers to the throwing camp, then. Is there anything else they could do?
There is. While they were marching, Nurbok thought about how the Moonkin could be stronger, and he had an idea for a new sort of warrior, the Wall Breakers. He will need a few skull crushers for that, though. Just send a couple of them to the hitting camp once the workers have set it up. They will know what to do.
All right. Wall breakers, spike flingers, and throwers. Akrog will take care of it. These wall breakers Nurbok wants to train. How fight they?
Long story. Let Nurbok just say, it will make it a lot easier for Moonkin warriors to tear down that Chainer tribe camp.
Fine. Sharp tusks and thick hide, Nurbok.
Sharp tusks and thick hide.
He work now.
Chieftain, the tribe is running out of stone.
They must curse them.
Let Zazka get a proper look.
Magua has blessed the Moonkin with growth. Grungwar see no scrap piles. They will have to dig in the ground then.
Yes. The tribe needs more wood, Chieftain. Keep moving.
Moving now.
Great. More problems to smash.
Enemies are attacking! L'attack Roxy.
This looks interesting.
What is this?
Head towards certain...
No, I'm going to look.
Sure, why not?
He is going.
That way.
Time to move on.
Crush them now!
Zazka is listening.
You're ready!
They will not get away from Zazka! Even the worms were not in such a beast.
Should be.
Interesting. Probably.
What on Urgath is this?
You find out. Enemies are attacking! Go there. Chieftain, the tribe is running out of stone.
Ready for action.
What this?
That must be the broken bridge Ku spoke of. The chainers smashed it good.
Nothing that the workers cannot fix. They just need scrap.
The tribe must survive! Time to make hay!
Only fools challenge the Moonkin.
Zazka's special. Let Zazka get a proper look.
No, I'm going to look. Enemies are attacking!
Direction.
The building is done. Chieftain, the tribe is running out of stone. The tribe needs more wood, Chieftain.
That one is ready.
He is on his way. Let Grungwa take a closer look.
New orders?
Chieftain, everything well?
Not so. 4 beaks, Yuku, Knock Knock, Fika, and Zek. If they crush more, the Moonkin will soon have to scout with their eyes alone.
The chieftain will not let it come to that.
The tribe needs more wood, Chieftain.
Is listening.
Chieftain?
Everything well?
Not so well. The hunters crushed 4 beaks, Yuku, Knock Knock, Fika.
The chieftain will not let it come to that.
They take care of it. Be not worried.
No one here! The building is done.
Magua praise.
Huh? The building is done. Huh? Grunwa is here. What next? The tribe needs more scrap.
Needed.
Get ready.
What should he do? He can help. Magua.
Enemies are attacking!
All right, let them take a look at that bridge. The workers should be finished by now.
What is that?
Worker Butuk, no? How looks the bridge?
Butuk thinks it should hold, Chieftain, even for the Moonblood.
Nuagwa carefully.
Ha! The moon can do it! Chieftain Akrog, great chieftain, like his sire.
They won not the battle. They only mended a bridge.
The first step is still a step. The Beaks and Anuk's eyes also just returned from their scouting.
Good. They found the Chainer tribe camp then.
Uh-huh. It is where the Bogtusks say it is, and the Brittlebone Temple is there too. But there is more. For example, there is many scrap piles in the west. If they claim the ground there, scrappers can collect it.
Good idea. What else?
Well, one of the Beaks sniffed out more trolls across the river. Crumb cannot say, but maybe they are bog tusks.
Maybe Puck's hunters. Ku think the Chainers take them, but they must have get away. Please, Chieftain Akrog, save them.
You will see what they can do. Is there anything worth knowing about the Chainer tribe camp?
Just a tribe camp, and not a big one. Still, they need to be careful. The Moonkin are not what they used to be.
They will be careful, but merciless. These greenskins have hunted and enslaved trolls for years. Let the Moonkin return the favor.
So, Akrog heeded Nurbuk's advice. Nurbuk must admit, he expected him not to.
It was good advice. These warriors will make the battle a lot easier. Now, enough of the talking. There is a battle ahead.
And the Moonkin will bring Mugwa honor.
Zazka is listening.
Smash them!
Even the Shadow Splinter couldn't kill it. That beast is.
Akrog, is he all right?
Oh, just another spirit speaking in Akrog's head. It is gone now.
That is the 4th time in 3 sundowns.
On his way.
Lord, help Moonkin grow!
The eye of the tribe sees. The tribe's land grows.
Ready for action.
Grungwa, we'll go there.
His trolls are going hungry. They need more food.
They take care of it. He not worried.
No one here!
The future of the Moonkin looks brighter.
The eye of the tribe sees. The tribe's land grows.
No, go!
You will lead the way.
Enemies are attacking!
Time to make pay!
Grungwa is here.
Crush them now!
There, Bog Tusk survivors.
Muddy tusks. Who are they?
On the Bog Tusk side. Ku sends his greetings.
Ku is alive?
And he is helping the Moonkin crush the Chainer greenskins. Join them.
The tribe's land grows.
Akrog is listening.
Go join the worms.
His trolls are going hungry. They need more food.
What should he do?
The might of the Moonkin! For the Moonkin! They don't hurt Big Blood!
Afraid of an Grungwa can help. They should be.
What now? More trouble?
It is over. Is everyone all right?
That was easier than expected. Maybe the Moonkin should just fight those chainers more often than run.
Honorable words, but that was only a tiny pack of them. The real chainer horde is a dozen times their size.
Grungwa speaks true. The Moonkin just got lucky that only a few of them stayed behind.
Still, a victory is a victory, and Nurbok's ideas were very useful. Akrog thanks him.
No need for the sweet talk.
So, this must be the entrance to this temple the stranger was speaking of.
It is. And Grungwa already likes it not. This place reeks of evil, chieftain, even from down here.
The Moonkin Elder speaks true, Chieftain Akrog. This temple, bad. It eat people. That why bog tusks stay away from it since live here. What they want in there anyway?
He is here.
It eats people. What means, Ku?
That no bog tusk who enter ever come back. Some tried to prove worth to tribe, and no one come back. And warriors who chieftain sent after also come back not. Something in there ended bad.
The field dog.
Who?
It matters not. What will the bog tusks do now that the chainers are gone? They are welcome to stay with the Moonkin if they like.
Kind offer, but bog tusks cannot. They help free their kin.
But how? The chainers are thousands.
They think of something. Bog tusks always do. Oh, and here, for Chieftain Akrog. This is the bone of the bog tusks. It a gift from Mugwa. For good luck. Chieftain keep it, and Moonkin keep knowledge how to make slings. It will help them.
Akrog thanks, Ku. Are they not afraid of the tusk hunters?
Bog tusks small and dull and ugly. Like Zazka's. Not shiny and full of hex like Moonkin tusks. Tusk hunters care not for bog tusks.
There they have it. Ugliness has its perks.
This is where they go their separate ways then. Sharp tusks and thick hide. Akrog hopes they free their kin.
And Ku hope the Moonkin find what they look for. Sharp tusks and thick hide.
There they go. Nog like bug tusks.
They should go find the stranger now. He...
Already here.
Mugwa's slimy udders. Zazka will never get used to these hexes.
It's fairly common magic. Perhaps I could teach you. Either way, seems like you did it, Chieftain. Good work. Also with those cursed creatures. Let's hope that was all of...
Nurbok likes this one not. Trusted one, Grungwa. Not at all.
To whom do I owe the pleasure?
A troll who is not as easily fooled as Chieftain Akrog.
Quite the welcome. So, Chieftain, shall we go up?
They will. But only the stranger, Akrog, Zazka, Grungwar, and Little Blood.
What? Why not take a few warriors?
Because if the bog tusks speak true, and this temple eats people, then at least not all the Moonkin will pay the price for Akrog's folly. Crum, Anug, Julog, gather the rest of the tribe and bring them down here. Akrog will tell them whether it is safe to come up.
Crum understands.
Grump will be careful, no? He trusted one now, and Nog want to hear him play Songbone.
He will play the songbone. Trust him, Noag. Everything will be fine.